Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Ursa Ryan and today we're playing Egypt. Oh boy, I've been looking forward to Egypt. Such a good civ, such a highly rated, perfectly built and balanced civ that definitely isn't cripplingly underpowered. Ah, Egypt. Actually, to be fair, the eagle-eyed among you already will be able to look at this and think, hang on, Ursa, that's not Egypt. Today's game should be quite a lot of fun, and here's why. It's a busy game. We're playing Apocalypse Mode, Barbarian Clans, Monopolies and Corporations, and Secret Societies. So for the first time in a long time, I'm playing a lot of game modes on. Deity Mode, Standard Speed, and, again, I hear you cry, Ursa, why are Egypt so different? Well, I was talking to my Patreon and Coffee crowd. Plug, 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 plug. If you want to support the channel, you can. I don't know why that's got a theme song. I need a better theme song. I need to work on my theme song. But we were having a chat, and one of the ideas with this series was to try and make Egypt play as well as possible, given their rubbish skill set. They have a little bit of extra gold on trade routes, they get a little bit of extra production when building on floodplains, and they get sphinxes, which are the most underwhelming tile improvements you've ever seen. And I was having a little bit of a play around because I was thinking, oh, maybe an alternative leader would be really cool. Maybe like a wonder builder or someone with a unique government, because there's quite a few different mods that play and improve Egypt. And then I was thinking, well, what if we just fixed Cleopatra? What if we put a mod in that just improved Cleopatra? So this is what we've done. The problem is everything else that comes with this. For today we are using Civilizations Expanded. Now if you've never seen this mod, it essentially takes every single civ in the game and expands them. It makes them better. It makes them wonderful. It makes every single civ just overshadow its previous form in whatever way. Every single civ is now overpowered, including all of my opponents. And here's where the problem is. Yes, with Civilizations Expanded, Cleopatra and Egypt are a lot better than they were, but let me promise you now, all of the other civs are even better. Egypt are still one of the worst. Even with all of the changes. This game, it may end up being impossible. I'm not entirely sure. You're going to want to stay and have a look. This is a map that we know well. This is Saf's Mediterranean Mare Nostrum mod, which is a wonderful map of the Roman Empire and sort of the Mediterranean and Europe and Northern Africa. We are playing, obviously, on Hyperreal, which is the Apocalypse mode. I've got 30 civs, 20 city-states. More will pop into existence as we go along. I left Monopolies and Corporations mode on, and I've left Culture Victory on. On such huge TSL maps, it's actually difficult to get corporations and monopolies on resources, although this start is just a little bit ridiculous. It actually gives us a pretty good outlet for another victory type on such a large map, because we've all seen science victories on maps like this and diplomatic victories and whatever, but culture victories can often be a little bit of fun. My challenge is effectively to survive what is quite a difficult start. I've got Nubia, I've got Carthage, I've got the Ottomans, I've got Babylon and Arabia, everyone around me. We need to make something of this game and we need to do well. And to do that, we really need to understand the slightly expanded version of Egypt. Remember everybody, come to Discord. Plug, 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 plug. If you want the map, if you want all the mods I use, if you want to replicate this game yourself. But more importantly, I hope you all enjoy. Now starting with the Sphinx, I believe it's been improved slightly. Today it gives me a culture and a faith just on the base improvement, 1 extra culture if it's on desert, terrain or floodplains, 2 extra faith for every adjacent wonder or natural wonder, and 1 additional gold for each adjacent luxury resource, as well as providing more appeal. So the yields have been just improved a little bit. I'm still not convinced it's a fantastic improvement, but it's a much better improvement than it used to be. I believe the Chariot Archer has just about been left alone. It has 2 movement extra when starting in open terrain, so it will get to 4 movement if I've got open terrain. 35 range strength puts it above an archer, so it's pretty good. But again, it's not a game-changing unit, just a useful one. The interesting things are when we get to the top 2. So, Bride of the Mediterranean, this is a little bit interesting. 25% extra culture, production, gold, and faith in the capital. Now that is a huge boost. It's only in the capital, but it is a huge boost. I'm not going to lie and try and convince you that it's not. Trust me, the AI get much bigger boosts on a lot of other stuff. You should see Nubia, that's all I'm saying. Gain 1 extra trade route, capacity, and a free trade at unlocking foreign trade. Very good. Trade routes to other civilizations get me 4 gold and 2 production, so that's a little bit of a boost. And incoming trade routes from other civilizations give 2 food, that's the same to the other person, and 2 gold to me. So that bit hasn't changed. Season of Inundation. Inundation? Oh, goodness me. That's a word. I'm just going to call it Inundation. and then make everyone happy. Begin the game with irrigation technology unlocked. That's very useful. 2 gold and 1 culture from resources adjacent to a river. I have a lot of resources, just so you know. 20% production towards districts and wonders when placed adjacent to rivers, and the best bit, floods provide bonus food, production, and gold to affected tiles. Cities are immune to floods. So we're going to have a little bit of excitement with trying to get some flooded tiles. Now, I don't believe I'm actually starting on floodplains today, but there are floodplains on the rest of the map, and we're going to have to go and find it. And honestly, if you think that Egypt is overpowered in this mod, yes they are, but I can't tell you how overpowered everybody else is. Like, this is not a one-off. The AI has got so many bonuses here. If I just show you Nubia, just as an example, we'll go through these a little bit once we start meeting people. Have a look at Manatore, right? 100% production towards builders, 50% production towards the first special district in every city, and then 25% towards the second. You get extra resources from trade routes, and you can use faith to purchase the buildings in the first specialty district constructed in the city. If that was me playing a Manatore using this mod, my word, I would be doing well. Check out Spain. Look, they get science, production, gold, and faith in the capital. And they get science whenever they produce buildings. Like, honestly, the AI is going to be nuts. Where I settle? Well, I think settling on a river, by the sea, on a resource, I can't really see a reason not to do that. So here we go. And you can see already we get a little bit of extra gold and culture from the resources next to rivers. 2 gold, 1 culture, including the resource that I have settled on, this olives. Now we're playing with monopolies and corporations mode on, and you can see there are a lot of olives in this starting location. That is a good thing. I'm going to actually be trying to work, more commercial hubs this game in order to try and get as many great merchants as possible to make as many corporations as possible. I haven't played with this mode in some time. I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in a little bit. I'm going to do the usual thing of going for a double scout start and then into something else and hope that I can pick up a builder that way. It's often a very good idea for me. Am I going to go for a religion today? Well, yes, I am. We are playing today because we're playing with 30 players with religions expanded. I need to play with this mod because otherwise the AI gets really confused when the game runs out of pantheons and it's all just a bit messy. So we're going to do that. Astrology, I should be able to find a wonder pretty soon. We'll be able to get ourselves a nice holy site down nice and quickly, get ourselves a tasty religion and go from there. There are 16 religions in the game and a whole bunch of different options for us. So I'm hoping we'll be able to take something very, very tasty. I have a lot of olives here. I realize that we're already going to have an olive corporation or monopoly. We may have to end up bypassing culture victory. That's all I'm saying. We'll see. We'll have fun with this game. Oh, it should be worth pointing out the game has put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people into the game, but they don't have TSL starts, so they're not in this game. So technically, this is a 21 player game. So it says 30, but it's 21 players. So just so you know, already found the continent split, Africa and Asia. Nice, okay, so we can actually settle on another continent, and if I unlock foreign trade, remember, I get myself a 3 trader, so that's quite handy. I'm also going to be later using soothsayers to try and flood floodable river when I find it. The more floodable river I can get, well, the more fun I have with Egyptian bonuses. So there's the Dead Sea. I thought it was close. So there we go. Hermetic Order has been found. And the Owls of Minerva. This is what I was looking forward to. I'm looking forward to having a good Owls of Minerva run today. Lots of city-states on the map, and we're going to be abusing Egypt's ability to get lots and lots of trade routes. So immediately we'll go on to Owls. Now the advantage of Owls means that I can go immediately for 2 separate cards. Harvest Calendar is actually an additional card added by this mod because there are a lot of civs that start with bonus economic policies and wildcard policies, and it needed to add things in so that the game could actually allow people to end turns. It was a ridiculous thing. I'm going to pick up Survey quickly just to explore a little bit. God King we know we want. Do I want food or production? I think production is my bigger issue right now, so we'll go for that. And don't forget, I'm getting that extra policy from Owls of Minerva, getting myself the +1 economic policy slot from that. Of course, I was wondering why I have 2.5 faith, but I'm getting extra culture, gold, production, faith in the capital. That is a good thing. That is a very good thing. Have I got stone around me? I don't think I do. I was just wondering whether or not I had an amazing wonder-producing start, because actually Egypt can build a lot of wonders in the capital. A lot of wonders. And I can hear people asking already, wouldn't it have made sense to move my capital inland a little bit? Yes, it totally would have done, but I have a nice tradition where I like to respect the TSL starts on these maps. You kind of like, it's half the fun of it, and you know, it plonks me on the coast. I'll take a coast start, that's fine. So first up, I want to put my holy site down soon, and I've got so much gold coming in, maybe I can just wait to get a settler that way. That could be a useful thing to do, but I think I'm going to just hard build some settler. I'm hoping that I'm going to find a builder from a barb encampment, or sorry, a tribal hut, but I haven't found a single tribal hut yet, which is a little bit frustrating. There's one. You see, I knew if I spoke about it, if I just let the game know that I've noticed that I haven't found any, it'll give me them. And I've got the whole of the African desert to look in, so I'm really hoping to find a few, you know, just a few. How's my trade route looking? There we go. So this is good. A route to Jerusalem. It's giving me 4 gold and 2 production over the usual 3 gold. So that's a little bit more production in my capital. It just boosts along. Will that trader last very long? Probably not, because in all reality, what's probably going to happen is I'm going to find a load of barbs and they're going to pillage it. Oh, a second hut there as well. Good. Okay, let's see if we can pick up something from this. It's 40 gold. That's not bad. That's not bad, I'll take that, and Void Singers as well as another 40 gold. Okay, so we're actually hurtling towards our first settler very quickly indeed. I could get a builder actually in order to work and improve all of these olive tiles that I've got in my land. That would give me a little bit more gold coming in, so using gold to get gold, but I think I'm just going to wait. I'd rather have the trader. I've also got the option now of putting a holy site down. This is going to be an interesting one, as to try and work out where is going to be the best space for all of these tiles. I've got 2 woods around me. That gives me just a little bit of adjacency on the holy site. I could build the hanging gardens there as well. That's what I'm looking at here. Increases growth by 15% in all cities. I mean, the chances of me building that are quite slim, but I do get a 20% bonus from putting it on a river. So that would lower it to about 13 turns, but I just feel like the AI is going to do that quickly. The hanging gardens isn't one I want to rush, so we'll go for the holy site. I think that's going to be the option for me. 6, there we go. We get a little bit of extra production putting it on the river. So I've got a lot of river to settle on at the moment, assuming that Nubia don't appear somewhere around here, which I think they do. So I'm just keeping an eye out for Nubia. This is floodplain though. That is floodplain. That is something I probably want to steal from Jerusalem, so I'm just keeping an eye on that. And there's my first settler, by the way. So I did save my gold up. I've got that out nice and quick. I think that's a good use of my gold. Also worth noting, there are volcanoes on this map, and I want my soothsayers to be as good as possible, because we're going to be flooding rivers a lot to try and take advantage of as much of this map as we can. I'm also just going to be keeping an eye out for floodplains. Like, if I can get some good floodplains into my lands, that would be a really, really good pickup for me. Oh, another tribal hut. So desert folklore is an option in this game. I could go for some crazy holy sites, not in my capital, but in other cities. That could be good. That could be good. There isn't much desert on rivers. This map does a really good job of actually putting regular grass plains and plain tiles on rivers, which kind of gives a very good Nile impression. I really like the map for that. So desert folklore would be a bit of a tricky thing to put down, but it's not the worst idea. And actually river goddess would be cool as well. Really leaning into the RP of going Egypt on rivers, having extra amenities and housing from holy sites next to a river. That would be cool. Lady of the Reeds and Marshes is normally a very good one to go for, sticking to oasis and floodplains wherever I can, but I've actually got a very little amount of that at the moment, which is crazy. I can go for Goddess of Festivals and go for 1 food on plantations to grow a little bit more, and I think I can get one that gives me culture from plantations as well, oral tradition. City Patron Goddess is helpful, fertility rights is helpful. Honestly, there is so many decent options in this game, it's difficult to know exactly which one to go for. So I like the fact that there's no real wrong answer here. That's quite useful. I think that the desert tiles are going to be my weakest tiles, and I think I want to make use of the desert tiles as much as I can, so I'm going to go desert folklore. It's not going to help my capital at all, but it will help me later down the line, and I think that is what I want to run for, so we'll go for that. Whether or not I think that will be a good idea for the rest of the game, I don't know, but sometimes you just got to go with your hunches, you know, and for me, That hunch is a good one. One more tribal hut, and this time we have masonry as a boost. There's lots and lots of Barb clans, and I'm hoping that quite a few of them are actually going to settle into city-states that we can trade with. I need as many city-states to trade with as possible, really. You know what, actually, I might just... Oh, do I want to let... No, I don't want a city-state to really exist there, so I'm going to push down and try and settle into that area. Sometimes it's worth not letting them grow. I think this is a good example of when that is a, yeah, definite thing to do. Now, is this warrior going to spot me? I don't think it is. They spotted me over there, but luckily for me, what I can do now is switch immediately to discipline and fight them off harder. God King, don't need that. But harvest calendar, this gives me an extra food and extra production in all of my cities. I like that as a little change. It's good fun. So unfortunately that barb did move towards my settler. I was sort of hoping that it wouldn't so I could try and pinch that olive tile. I'm going to have to force myself to settle there. It's not the worst thing in the world really, because I'm getting some really, really good yields from this city nonetheless, but it's just a little frustrating. So this warrior can move onto the barb encampment and I can battle cry myself. Nice. It's leaving this city alone, weirdly, which I find strange, but it means I can get a spearman and I can kill a unit with a spearman, I think. Is that a thing? That's the military tactics boost, isn't it? You know what? I might do that. Let's just hire a spearman, lovely, and then I can just try and take down this encampment nice and quick so that it's not a problem for me. And the crazy thing is I don't actually want to raid and destroy these clans if I can help it. If I can keep them alive, then I'm going to have more to trade with down the line. So I'm actually going to raid the clan. It'll slow its conversion, but it gives me 30 gold, and that actually helps me later. I think that's the best move. I'd rather keep them alive. That's the mad thing. I'm just going to build myself this holy site. I know there's a +6 further down, but I would rather just get it down with minimum gold expenditure. That's still a +5. It's going to give me some good era score for putting that down. It's fine. And here is a tribal hut. 1 new population. In my capital as well. It went to my capital rather than the new city. Actually, I don't know how I feel about that. I think I probably would have preferred it to go to the new city, but you know what? It's fine. My next settler is out, and again, I'm actually going to take my previous advice and go and settle near Jerusalem. I want to take as much of this floodplain as I can, so off you pop. Let's go and settle. Oh, I hate it when you're in the early stages of the game and your road doesn't actually cross rivers. Ugh, that's frustrating. There is Babylon. Okay, honored to meet you. I'd love to sample your hospitality. They're all the way over here. Good to know. We need to have a couple of allies in this game, and actually they like me +8 for whatever reason. They like me +8. I will take that. That is fine. They don't want olives, but will you take diplomatic favor? They'll take diplomatic favor. Okay, we'll keep an eye on this. They may offer me more in a little bit. That's quite good. Why am I getting early empire rush? Ugh, just realized I could have waited on that one. I just needed 1 more population, but I'm an idiot. Never mind. Can I escape around the map this way? I don't know if this is a navigable river area over here, but I'm going to send my scout to the north and hope that it is. Tribal hut, recon unit. Oh, nice. I'll take as many recon units as the game will give me, to be fair. That's all good. Now, normally I would go for an Armani start, but Jerusalem is looking pretty fine at the moment, so I don't think I need to do that. Should we instead go for Magnus? If I were to go for work ethic on a religion, which I might end up picking up, I could go for some crazy desert religion, which might be a really good thing for me, so maybe that's what I end up doing. Shall I go for settlers and go for Magnus? I mean, this city's kind of staying there for now. I think, yeah, Magnus might have to be the one. We'll go for you. Let's see what we can do in my second city. This is going to be my production city, I think. So if this is production city, what I want to do is make sure that I've got a nice little area that I can put industrial zones on that are all going to get boosted. So let's go for aqueduct onto this sheep tile. I'll end up going industrial zone there. I'll go industrial zone there. I'll end up going for the, where is it? Government plaza on this tile. Gives me some decent adjacency, and maybe I can even put another industrial zone over to this way if I were to work on that one. If I were to settle, I guess if I've got to work this out, settle there, and then I can aqueduct over to that direction in order to put another industrial zone there. Limits my capital quite a lot, but it's okay. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 and settle over in this area to try and catch as much of Jerusalem's area as I can, which I kind of want to do just by stretching up in that direction. I'll go to there to give myself just a little bit more space. But yeah, it's going to be a bit squished, but I think that's a good arrangement for me. Another triple hut. Extra envoy. I'm going to save that one because Jerusalem's already giving me some lovely envoys. I've got that under lock and key already. I don't need to rush it. I can, however, use the gold to get a builder, which means I've now got an irrigationable plantation thing. That's a nice 5 gold and a second olives in my empire, which Babylon is now buying nicely for me, which is great because now I can go and get a trader to then send to Jerusalem in order to build more roads, but more importantly to do that nicely. Then I can also disperse this clan to give me Ursa score. Oh, there's a lot of cool stuff happening this turn. Some very cool stuff. There's also the third city, which gives me that amber. Another trade route to Jerusalem. 2 production, 7 gold. That's what you want to see. Lovely. I did take a gamble on which tile Jerusalem took when it made that choice, but that's okay for now. We're happy with that move. I'm rushing for pyramids. Now, the chances of me building pyramids are quite slim, but you've got to give it a go. You've got to give these things a go, I find. Well done, Magnus. You can get yourself settlers now. Huzzah! Got 46 gold per turn coming in at the moment, which is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, if anything is happening in this game I'm relatively proud of, it's that gold accumulation. Really handy. There's the Sahara. Nice. Doesn't Nubia appear near this normally? Maybe. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them at all. Maybe Nubia doesn't have a start on this map. If they don't, I mean, I'll take that because I was expecting them to, and I was like, well, that would be really difficult. But I mean, yeah, don't put these things in front of me and then expect me to sort of go, oh no, what a shame. Like that's awesome. Still sending new routes to Jerusalem. I mean, every time I do, it gets a new tile. Nope, no floodplain tile this time. But yeah, I need to watch that. Can I get myself a settler soon? How much is a settler? 560 gold. Oh, that's a lot of gold. Need to meet somebody else, and then I can see if I can get some gold out of them. Speaking of Carthage, looks like Carthage have actually started in their North African start today, which is an interesting one. There is a settler there, but there's no way I'll be able to escape it, so I'm going to ignore it. But oh, Carthage, don't give me that sort of temptation, you know? I'm going to leave it a turn before I give them the opportunity to buy my olives. Yes, delegation to Babylon. Looks like Babylon are going to actually like me, which is cool. And Carthage is far enough away that I'm not going to particularly worry about them this game. All right, yeah, the olives will come in. I'm just accepting the gold up front because I want the benefit now. I can almost starts to think about getting some more settlers, which is pretty groovy. Desert Miracles would have been a really good Pantheon thinking about it. It's what Carthage just went for. +1 faith on all desert tiles. But the thing is, I don't want to be working too many of the desert tiles. Yes, you get a lot of faith from them, but really, they're not any better. I haven't got like a crazy empire-wide Petra mod on or anything silly like that, so we can't just rely on them being brilliant. How many turns left in this era have we got? Still loads. I think I might actually end up going golden, which should be quite nice. I mean, I might actually get the first religion as well. Unbelievably, I've just been running holy site prayers in my capital for that very reason, but that could work out well for me. Now that I've got these upgrades, I'm just going to beeline for currency. I would like to be one of the first to get merchants if I can. I want to get as many monopolies in this game as possible. In fact, I'm actually thinking, careful, I know. Careful, I hear you say. I'm thinking about whether or not it makes sense to have a monopoly in my capital for olives or in my second city. Now, the reason that the monopoly is really good is because olives gives you 30% towards civilian units, so I could crank out the settlers really quickly. I kind of want to put it wherever the government plaza is, and I need to focus on it. This has got extra work production, or work ethic production, but my capital will always have 25% extra production generally, so maybe I'll stick it in my capital. Probably not a bad move. There are options on either, I think. One thing that I was just thinking about was these city-states that are emerging from Barb clans. These are the ones I'm going to be able to trade with. The ones close to me, I very much kind of want to make sure that they happen quickly. So hiring units from them obviously speeds that up. I can also bribe them to give them points as well. I'm going to wait for this one to turn from Barbarian Horsemen because that's a terrible deal for me. Barbarian Horsemen, they're useless units and they can't upgrade, but something like another Spearman, I'll take that quickly. It's a cheaper unit, I can keep it in my land, keeps me defended, stops the AI from wanting to declare war on me. It's kind of a win-win, really. But this guarantees my golden age, luckily, and there we go. Found a religion. I believe this is the first, so we'll pop it down, and I'll see what historical religions we have. Are there any Egyptian ones? I bet that there are. I believe this is the Egyptian religion, so we'll take this. Is it the Ankh? I think it might be. As much as all of these unique different religions give you extra bonuses, work ethic is kind of what we wanted to go for with all of our holy sites, so that is what we shall do. I then have the option of picking something that makes me good. Religious pressure from trade routes is a fun one. I think spreading my religion to city-states might be a good way as well of picking up extra envoys. Activating a great person spreads religion to cities. That's really fun if I could do that one. Papal primacy, sending an envoy to a city-state exerts pressure. I'm going to send so many trade routes to city-states. That could be really fun. Papal primacy, should we do that? It's a little different to what we normally do, and it just helps me to spread my religion a little bit more. You know what? We're doing it. I can't remember the last time I went papal primacy, so that's what we're doing. Is it the best? Absolutely not. Am I going to enjoy it? Yes. There we go. We actually finished this holy site the same turn because I am a genius. So this... I probably shouldn't be so up myself, but there we go. Look at this. That's a nice +5 production holy site now. Delicious. Let's celebrate by starting to pump out the settlers. I'm friends of Babylon now, which is quite exciting. So we've got a friend in Babylon, and we're building pyramids. Will I end up getting pyramids? I don't know. I have no idea if we're going to get pyramids, but we at least have to try, you know? We have to try. What's in this tribble hut? Archery. Okay. I mean, it's not very helpful, really, is it? Georgia, to the north. Hello. Let's see what... You know what? I'm just going to check in and see what some of these people do. I'm intrigued. How have they changed? What's Georgia got going? 1 extra wildcard policy slot in any government when in a golden age. Okay, Dark Age policy. Yep, good. Walls and encampments get the production bonus, so that's a little bit different. And encampment buildings with faith. So they've been given kind of the letters ability as well. They get extra great person points from city-states that they are suzerains of. That's cool. And training military units gives faith. You know what? I like that. That's a solid little gelling boost. It's not too crazy. It helps. That's awesome. Phoenicia get a little bit extra production towards Vestburst. Specialty district. Trade routes gain a lot of science and gold. Oh my lord, that is good. Traders generate +1 great scientist point when traveling with any 3 tiles of the campus. My word, so they are extremely sciencey now. That's really cool. Huge production bonus towards buildings in the capital. Okay, yeah, also really cool. Oh wow, and look at that. Founding the first city on a foreign continent gains +2 trade routes. That's cool. Now I wonder, has Babylon been changed? So they get 3 random Eurekas, they get campus district buildings, that's cool. Campuses receive science adjacency from other districts, extra trade routes to city-states, okay, yeah, interesting. Oh yeah, I just had things sort of messed around a little bit. You know what, I like this mod so far. I might have to go back and have a look at some of the civs that we've played before, just because they seem to play so differently. Like in a fun way, very, very cool different rather than just sort of random different. And remember, yeah, Egypt's abilities are quite well gelled. I like that. Political philosophy. So, what are we going to go for today? I'm going to start with autocracy to go for the wonder building, but we're going to flip to classical republic soon. Discipline, harvest calendar, urban planning, all of these things are relatively cool, but if I go for settlers and I go for wonder building, those should be pretty good. First envoy counts as 2, discipline's fine for now. That should be enough just to keep my cities growing a little bit. Like pyramids is now growing extra fast. So that's cool. I can also afford another settler in this city, so I'm going to just buy that. It's better to expand this early game as well as I can, so I shall. What's in this tribal hut? Drama and poetry. Again, I was actually going to hopefully get that if I completed the pyramid, so not super handy, but there you go. Look how far that I've managed to get this scout. So, I mean, this is pretty cool. Actually, he's even showed me the whole map. I don't know why it showed me the whole map. Have I found something that's like, no, that's really weird. Normally the game doesn't show you how far across the map you've managed to get, but there we go. 2 envoys with the only people that have any envoys with Jerusalem, so that's pretty good still. Oh no, Stonehenge was finished and Pyramids was finished on the same turn. That is a little frustrating. Never mind. Well, that's a pointless desert town for me there. I was really hoping I'd be able to do that. It wasn't on a river, so it wasn't being built as quickly as it probably could have done, but still, that's a little bit frustrating. Never mind. Could still get hanging gardens. That would give me growth in all of my cities. It feels like I don't have many tiles in my capital. That's the only problem. So I don't want to just rush it for the sake of it, but if it gives me a benefit, it could be useful. I could go for Oracle. If I went for Oracle, then that would give me loads of merchant points when I get the merchant, the commercial hub. If I stick a commercial hub on this tile, for instance, that's a nice +4 with the government plaza, so that could be fun. Should we do that? Or should I just go straight for the government plaza here? That would let me get Pingala down fast. Oracle. Ooh, wonders. I've gone for the government to get wonders, so you know what? I might as well just commit, but it might not be the best thing to do. Okay, let's just do it. Stick it down. 13 turns. Come on, Egypt. You can do it. You're supposed to be the wonder builders. Oracle has been stolen from me as well. Ah, yes. A game of much fun. Okay, right. Let's go for another one. Hanging Gardens, maybe. I could actually chop out Hanging Gardens from here. If I get rid of this deer tile, that wouldn't be too bad a go. I could force end the turn and just rush Hanging Gardens through, give myself some more growth in all my cities. It works well later into the game. So, you know what? I'm going to do it. We're going to chop. I'm going to chop in a second as well. We're going to have to force end turn to make this work, but I think we can do it, and I think it will be worth it. Oh, that's a dead end totally. I should have known that would have been a dead end. So I haven't selected anything. I'm just going to shift and enter so that nothing is being built in this city. Then I can harvest it a second time and go Hanging Gardens, 8 tiles like that. And I should have, once it sorts itself out, all of the production linked into that city. It might take a turn or two to work itself out. Sometimes it does, but it will come through. City number 4, also my desert city. First city on Asia. Interesting. Well, there you go. Need to get a trader in there or something to increase the production because it is a terrible city. Absolutely awful. Another tribal hub. We're getting so many from Africa, actually. Our exploration is proving really fruitful. That was the boost to wheel. Not, again, a great boost for me, but it's good enough. I think our next objective is just to settle down the Nile as far as we can. I want to see if I can get as much of this as possible into my empire, so that's what we're going to go and end up doing. Fun. Oh yeah, look, by the way, that got built as well. Hanging Gardens got built. So that's 3 wonders now have been taken from under me. When do you think I'll get the hint, eh? When do you think I'll get the hint? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, what are we going to do instead? I think we're going to go for a monumentality golden edge. So we could go for shrine, or I could go government plaza. I think a government plaza will make sense, but I think what I want to do is make sure we get the industry first. Then we'll get commercial hub in order to get more points. The commercial hub doesn't need to happen urgently though. Just trying to think of the best option here. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this to another commercial hub and put an industrial zone there. Go commercial on this tile as well. I think that's a good setup between all these cities. We're doing okay. Okay, so yeah, faith. We need to get our faith income up. I need to make sure that I'm saved this I need as many commercial hubs as I can. I like where this is going. This is good. I'm doing okay. We learnt my lesson. I'm changing governments. Classical Republic. We're going to take ourselves off Wonder Focus immediately. Settlers, urban planning, these sort of things are nice, but instead of building my settlers, I think I'm just going to faith buy them. So let's instead go for Harvest Calendar again. Get ourselves a little bit of extra food, and God King is useful, but I'd rather go for Canavassaries to get myself a bit more gold, purchase more stuff. Diplomatic League is handy, and I think, should we go boats? Is boats a good thing to do? Maybe? No, discipline. Stop our scouts from dying. They're actually working really well at the moment. I just don't want them to die. Found city number 5, and I can move my spearmen back because there's a barbarian horseman about to raid me. I think what I might do is I might actually immediately go and just bribe that city-state to stop attacking me. It converts it to a city-state even quicker, so that's not actually too bad an idea. I might have a little pillage, but I think its movement is going to take it onto the hill, and then it won't be able to pillage the same turn, and I'll have enough gold next turn to be able to pull that off, so that's not too bad. I'm just going to save my holy site for a second, just put a turn into getting a builder, and then we'll work from there. Yep, so as discussed, bribe. This gives it 8 points towards conversion. So yeah, as many city-states as we can get as quickly as possible. Stops the barbarian horseman from pillaging my land. Nice. I'm actually going to go and kill it with my spearmen just to level it up a little bit, but that's all good. We've got another one there. We've got another one there. We've got loads and loads and loads of city-states that are going to appear near us. That's an amazing thing. We love it. We love to see it. Yeah, my spearmen are eating through these barbarian horsemen. nicely. Nom 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 nom. Oh, I love it. 2 flags though. Is that a different one entirely? Yeah, that's one I've hit. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to do so many bribes to keep the barbs off me. So many. Ghostfish as well. Where's Ghostfish? I don't even know where Ghostfish is. It must be along here somewhere. Oh no. Do you like the idea of a ghostfish though? It's quite a cool concept. It's a ghost and also a fish. Persia. I didn't know Persia were on this map. That's exciting. We're about to you. Oh, right, by Babylon, you got the pyramids, did you? Okay, well, I'll let you have my olives because I'm lovely, but don't feel like you're going to be able to abuse our relationship that much in the future. Ugh. Terrible people. I've got 88 gold per turn already, by the way. That's pretty nice. We like that. So where am I going to put my trade route now? I want to send it to Jerusalem again. It gives me more envoys, but I want to just continue to build my road up nicely. So I'm going to send it from this city this time. That'll put a little bit more of road. And I should spread my religion to Jerusalem, which is quite a cool thing as well. Currency. I have currency now, so let's finish this. I'll get the monument done in a second, but I want to get commercial hubs done as soon as I can. Who's getting... Phoenicia has 1 merchant point coming in per turn. That's okay, but I want to get my, my industries going now. Industries are an amazing pickup. They are really cool, lots of extra yield for my capital, but more importantly, lets me build civilian units faster. And actually, I'm going to take advantage of this by making sure that Magnus moves over now to Byzantium, the capital, so that I can start monumentality boosting from this area soon. Golden Age! Now, I could, in theory, get free inquiry. This would make sure that our tech boosts really nicely and that my commercial hubs, as I build them, give me science. But I want monumentality. Monumentality is going to be too good. Buying civilian units with cheaper chunks of gold is going to be a really good thing for me. I want to spread my religion soon as well, and I want to make sure my religion is still growing. It is still passing on to people, which is nice. Let's just go to Jerusalem. That will give a nice chunk of, there we go, my faith over to them, so that's lovely. But now we can see that settlers are 280 faith. I'm actually going to save this. I want to upgrade my religion first, and then I'm going to get monumentality, but it's going to be a close run thing. I've got lots of holy sites being finished soon. I'm beelining towards theology. I'm going to find that it's sort of medieval era that my nation really begins to kick into overdrive. Apparently, Byzantium is the 9th best city in the world. Babylon, though, has the most people living in it by far, 8 pop. You can see why. What a stunning city. But for us now, what we're going to do is build myself an industry. This gives me 30% production towards civilian units in the host city, as well as giving me a lot more production. It's just generally a much better tile to work. And a merchant point. If we can get as many great merchants as we can, we will be doing very nicely indeed. There is a relic as well. Nice. Hey, I'll take the extra faith. We're going to be using that a lot. Who's getting great writers? A few people. Oh my word. Actually, how many writers have already gone? Only the 1. People, I love watching what people go for in these games. Actually, look, yeah, Didos are going for more merchant points. Are you just building loads and loads of commercial hubs? I've got to go and check this out. Please, can you let me in? Thank you. I want to go and have a nose around your empire. Actually, this would be a good sphinx because it's next to 2 luxuries. It's not on a river. I don't think it's on a river, and it can't be built next to another one. What does a river give me? Oh, it doesn't. It's floodplains or desert. Okay, well, in that case, I mean, this gives me little bits of extra stuff. So we'll build it, get some era score, and yeah, that's a nice tile. Imagine how good it would have been if I'd had pyramids and oracle. That's all I'm saying. So that gives me my first monopoly in the world. I got one very, very early. What sort of culture boost does it give me? 672%. Yeah, okay, so what we might find in this game is that we get a culture victory very, very early. We'll see. Sometimes it's really difficult, sometimes it's not. I'm just gonna see how it plays out, and if it feels like we're gonna win the game far too early, I'll just do something different. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll laugh and we'll enjoy the game in whatever form it gives us, you know? We're not fussy. We play Civ to have fun, after all. That's the main objective here. That's what we're aiming for. I just realised that I've let Jerusalem take all of these tiles, all the floodplains I was after before. That's a bit frustrating, but it's okay, because I think what we'll be able to do is culture bomb them later on. So we'll keep an eye on that. I will look to take those a bit later. Yeah, I took my eye off the ball there. But it's okay, we'll get it another time and in another way. So I was getting 5 gold per turn from that monopoly. If I do this now, I'm now getting 10 gold per turn from monopoly. So I think I own most of the olives on the map. I have no idea how many olives there are, but if I take a look, just to have a quick peek, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 I've improved already. That's pretty nuts. I mean, I've found 9. Where's the 9th? I don't know, maybe I've improved 9. I've got all of the ones I've found so far, so yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Loads of oranges around here. I'm gonna have to see if I can go find other stuff. Appease the gods. We knew this would happen at some point. Actually, that's pretty good. I want to win this contest, and we can use our Barb clans to do that. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping Jerusalem wouldn't kill that Barb clan, but never mind. Where are the nearest volcanoes? There's one over there. If I'll just do a quick search. Yeah, I really want to win this one. Lots of volcanoes. North of Jerusalem actually is the best way of doing this. And I can just levy I can levy Jerusalem's military and soothsayer them. Right, let's just quickly get 1 soothsayer. Perfect. Nobody's generated any CO2 so far. And we've got to be a little bit careful because it's Egypt. Yeah, our entire empire could just disappear under the sea very quickly. So we need to be just a touch careful with how we do this. But, I mean, not so careful that we're worried about it. Just, you know, we probably should be a little careful. There's a market, however. We've built one of those. That's good. And I'm going to now put another trader out into my empire and just run with it. Theology as well. Oh, nice. I can get myself a temple if I sell some stuff quickly. Oh, no, next turn. Next turn's fine. We don't mind that. In the meantime, Canavasser no rubbish. Scripture's what I need. Perfect. Discipline? Really? It's probably not what I want to do. Actually, we'll keep the gold per turn. We're going all the economic policy slots. It's all looking lovely. Yeah, look, there's the commercial hub. So yeah, they did build one. Interesting. Dido is going to think about going for merchants. I want all the merchants, Dido. I do. I've earned the right. I've been such a good boy. Actually, the temple can wait. The temple can wait. I'm just making sure that I actually claim these tiles. There is one floodplain here that I should probably claim, but as mentioned before, I think what we'll end up doing is just culture bombing until we get it. Now I can do this, and there we go. Look at that. Perfect stuff. Here comes the temple, and now there is the apostle. Okay, we'll just upgrade our religion as quickly as we can. Meeting house has been taken. Actually, quite a few of the little buildings have been taken so far, so we just need to make sure that we pick up something decent. Although I think I might go for something like pilgrimage to start with. That might be a better choice for me. Oh no, this scout is finally going to die. It's done so well. It's done such a good exploration for us, but alas, no more. No more for them. I'm going to get Pingala involved instead. Let's pop you into a city that should be relatively high population once this all irons out. I hope, anyway. Yep, it's dead. It's gone. Oh no, but Valletta appears, and Valletta is a new city-state. It's a whole new world. In fact, actually, I can grab that immediately and go bump and meet some more of the map. Not a huge amount, but it's some more. And actually, that will give me more trading opportunities later down the line. What promotions have I got? Oh, some good ones, but I need to evangelize first. Okay, what's the most important thing for me to do? So actually, papal primacy overtook what would have been pilgrimage. Interesting. Okay, so that's not very useful. In that case, I might go for a building then, although that could be a little bit of a problem as well. Do I go for something like that helps me with settlers? I think that's been taken as well. Pressure from, sacral architecture. Holy sites and buildings getting extra production. That'd be cool. I could do some more building of holy sites and shrines and temples and all that extra cool stuff. Yeah, let's do that. Then holy sites will get put down quicker and we can get our religion up and running. Look, they've got a holy site in 5 turns. Where are you from? 2 flags. Can you not, please? 2 flags. How much is that? Oh, too much. Actually, if I can buy a heavy chariot, though, that's a little bit better than it was. Just also going to nab Jerusalem's military quickly. Thank you for the mercenaries boost. Let's just pull you all to this volcano and you're all going to get chucked in it. Huzzah! No one's actually sacrificed anything just yet. But don't forget, if I win it, I get another 3 soothsayer and also an extra promotion on them as well, which is really cool. Hello, Rome. I had a feeling you might be lurking around where Valletta was. So there is Rome itself. That'll be pretty handy. Okay, right, no. That's not on. Come on now. 2 flags, 2 flags, 2 flags. Fine, I'll bribe you, but that is frustrating. And I don't approve of that behavior at all. Rome has actually improved the whales. Nice. Okay, why do I pay gold up front for luxuries? This gets asked a lot. It's because of habit. I never like spending money I haven't already got. It's 200 in my bank. I know that I've already earned that money. It's not promised to me via something else, like if I went bankrupt or someone declared war on me and my GBT went down. You know, everything like that can affect gold per turn. I just don't like doing it. I like spending gold I know I've got. It's just something I do. Pretty good life advice, I think, to be fair. Only spend gold that you already have. So 2 holy sites are to be finished on these 2 tiles, which is pretty cool. So my production in Memphis and Abydos has just exploded for myself. Lovely. We'll get the shrines going quickly just to give my faith income a little bit of a boost. And you can see I'm building settlers, but I will start producing them as well. Trade route plundered. Oh, come now. Don't do that. That's a 1 scout. It was his final act before he died. That is very frustrating. Which one did it just... I think it took Abydos, didn't it? Oh, that's frustrating. I guess, to be fair, I can now put the trade route back to Byzantium. Just use a little bit of trade, and you know what, gold is probably the better thing to do. I'll use gold, but oh man, it was cheeky. You got to respect the hustle, but still very frustrating. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Salty Tech, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Dayboy91, Sean Crites, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Devilex, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Emir EC, Henry, Rom88, Radiatore, and Private Selection Genoa Salami for all of your support, as well as everybody that leaves comments and interacts with the channel generally. Thank you so much. See you all next time.